I think this is one of the most important pieces of legislation that we can look at. We deal with a lot of things, Republicans and Democrats, on foreign affairs, but we're not always dealing with things where Americans are actually victims. And when we're talking about these scam syndicates, we are talking about our friends, our neighbors, our family members, people in our community that are very literally victims of people in other countries, and it's a big deal. I want to thank my colleague, Jefferson Shreve, for leading this important piece of legislation. You've done yeoman work on this, and I really appreciate the work. Over the past 3 years, Chinese criminal organizations in Southeast Asia have started online scan operations at really an unprecedented scale. These scam centers, they're not a teenager working in their mom's basement. We have some of the pictures of them behind me, if you can see them. These are industrialized operations. They are the size of entire apartment complexes, communities. There are hundreds of them, not just one or two of them that operate around the world to go and take advantage of people. They're compounds. They've sprung up across Southeast Asia, in Burma, in Cambodia, in Laos in particular. They're massive. They're, like I said, they often contain thousands of scammers working 24 hours a day. These images behind me, they're two large scam centers in Cambodia and Burma. Many people think that, when they hear about these phone scams, like I said, it's just, a one-off or a couple people that are part of a small operation. These are massive, massive operations, often getting their energy and their support from the governments of the countries that they are operating in. They are supported by governments. The reality is these scams, these criminal conducts, these organizations, they are incredibly sophisticated. And by posing as love interests or business associates, they persuade unsuspecting people to deposit their cryptocurrency into fake investment platforms or find other mechanisms to otherwise steal their savings. Think of the unimaginable loss suffered by someone who's been scammed out of their life savings. Since 2023, Americans have lost at least $16 billion at the hands of these scam syndicates and their corrupt governments that protect them. $16 billion in lost savings of hardworking Americans. Americans are being targeted by foreign criminals with some very serious and devastating results. And to make matters worse, these scam centers used forced labor in many cases to run these scams around the clock. Around 300,000 victims of human trafficking are imprisoned inside of these kinds of massive compounds that we show these pictures of. And if they don't hit their quotas, they're tortured, or they're killed, or they're otherwise somehow suffering in an even worse way. Cambodia and Burma are both state sponsors of human trafficking. Government officials in both countries are complicit in this crisis, have already been sanctioned by the United States under both Democrat and Republican administrations. The U.S. government has taken many other strong actions already against these scam centers this year, but there has to be more that's done. This bill crucially codifies an interagency task force and strategy to address this urgent national security threat. And once again, I want to thank my colleague, Jefferson Shreve, for leading this effort, and I strongly support it. Do any other members seek recognition? Are there any amendments? Do you seek recognition, Warren?